Hey guys, this here is the CJRB Kestrel. The Kestrel is a budget knife. It is a Ray Laconico design. It is a Wharncliffe. It is super thin and slicey, and I'm going to show you why it's a winner. This knife, right now, if I'm not mistaken, is available for under 50 bones. I'll leave a couple of links in the description so you guys can take a look at it. One CJRB site, and I'll see if it's available at any other sites. The Kestrel is a reminiscent of Ray's earlier designs. When you read the description, it talks about how Ray used to use G10 and some of the patterns that he put in G10 that was very simple. This is coming from the description on the website, not from my own personal knowledge, because I don't have a lot of deep personal knowledge into this knife, except that when I've carried it, when I've cut with it, it's been an absolute joy. The Laconico part just makes it that much better because I'm a fan of Ray's knives. This knife, first thing you notice is it's got a slight harpoon. You've got a little bit of a swedge that kind of goes up here that with this choil, this finger choil, make this knife very, very comfortable. So you've got this jimping here, which is mainly just your front flipper jimping, because this does have a front flipper tab and it has thumb studs. But then you've got this little bit of harpoon here that comes down to this nice swedge that comes almost to the tip, and then it just rounds off to this really nice Wharncliffe tip. An almost extremely little bit of belly, but not much. Almost perfectly flat blade. Not quite. It's got a little bit of a belly, but not anything to write home about. I can reverse finger flick this with the studs, thumb flick it, and then it's got a front flipper that is only hampered by the jimping not being very sharp. So you've got these wide jimps that are kind of rounded over. They don't give a lot of grab, which is not uncommon with the PVD coated blade and with some of the more budget options. As you guys know, or if you don't, I'll tell you now, front flipping is one of my least favorite ways of opening a knife, so I won't miss that. When I use this knife, I almost always go straight for the thumb stud because it's such a natural feel. You just simply push up at the corner and they flip. Reverse flicking is fine, takes a little bit of pressure, but I just prefer the thumb stud because it's literally a straight up push, like right there. And it just goes and it shoots off the detent. Drop shutty action, very slicey blade geometry. You've got a 3/4 flat, almost full flat ground blade. I don't know if you can see that transition here, but it's flat all the way down. Got your plunge line right here, your plunge grind. Comes out just a little bit so you can tell that you've got nice sharpening choil. This your finger choil, so you don't have to worry about that at all. This is a liner lock with a reversible pocket clip. So when you look at it, you can tell that the access to that liner is very pronounced, i.e. the front scale is a little bit shallower, shorter than the back scale. So it's a clear pass through for that liner lock. You can go straight down at it if you want to, like I do on a lot of liner locks, but you can also come across and sweep it. Can reverse the clip, you can't reverse the liner, so it is lefty friendly, even though it's not fully ambidextrous. No back spacer, but you do have two stainless standoffs. Kind of wish those were black just to keep with the black of the knife. You could have added those, kept those other three pieces of hardware black. You've got blacked out hardware, blacked out everything except for the standoffs and for the stop pin. Stop pin locks up tight. You've got no side to side, no up and down. Very stable little budget knife. I've been very impressed with it. Enjoy cutting with it. Like I said this morning in the giveaway, I would keep this knife, except I really don't need it. And a good brother of mine from another mother won this morning on a giveaway, and I'm stoked for him. therapeutically slicey. And then you got that tip. Very, very controlled cutter. Get something a little bit thicker. I'm going to do some size comparisons. Cardboard. I'm not going all the way down into my mat. But the tip is very, very slicey. Great little knife. This one is the black, the PVC coated. You can also get this in a couple of other configurations. Works very, very well. Let's see if I can clean up that blade. Got oil on my rag here somewhere. There it is. Again, PVC coated blade, AAR PM2 steel, G10 handles, recessed stainless steel liners, liner lock. Size wise, Benchmade Bugout. It's a little bit bigger than the Bugout. Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Good bit smaller than the Paramilitary 2. Looking more like the Bugout size when we take the Paramilitary 2 out of there. Good bit larger than a Sharpie. Let's see what we're looking at here, guys. We are looking at right over 7.5 inches. 3¼ inch blade. 3-inch cutting area. 4.5 inch from this finger choil here to back here. It's 4.5 inches. If we want to measure back to the handle, which I would never use because that's just it just seems like we're choking back. But just so you'll have that, the inside dimension is 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 from right here to right here. That's 3 3/4. And then I think we said, what was that, 4 3/4? Call it 4.5 to the front. Get a quick weight on it. I think it's a great knife. It's one of the favorite CJRB budget knives that I've checked out. I love the shape. I love the fact that it's a Laconico design. Get that tape off that blade. It weighs in at 3.75 ounces, which is right around 1 inch per ounce. Drop shut action. Very nimble knife. I called it a full size. We saw that it was kind of a Benchmade size knife, but for me, guys, it feels like a full size because of that choil. That handle at over 4 inches makes it feel like a full size knife, and you've got a full 3 inches of cutting area. Hope you like the Kestrel. I think it's a great value at under 50 bones. I'll leave a link down there for you guys. Appreciate you watching. I want to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank any of you and all of you for coming in and watching my knife and EDC content. I will ask, if you're so inclined, to hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind, hit that bell notification icon. Give me a thumbs up. Allegedly, if you leave a comment, that's great. But if you open that comment button, there's a little thing called hype And if you hype the video, more people supposedly see it. It'd be cool if you do that, but you don't have to do any of those things. I'd much rather you just keep an eye out for the guy or gal to your left, keep an eye out for the guy or gal to your right, look out for one another, go forward with love in your heart, and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.